Okay, we're back again. Of course, I'm Adam with the crypto report. So first I want to cover some things that have been happening in the news lately as far as cryptocurrencies. We apparently I'm not the only person having some interesting times. We'll start off with, oh gosh, Ethereum. I don't know how this is going to work out for Ethereum. They've got a lot of things. I don't know. I think they're going bad, pretty bad. But Ethereum, their research scientist was recently, arrested for trying to help North Korea evade sanctions by the IEEP, or just they're trying to evade sanctions that have been placed on them, and the U.S. of course didn't like it, so they've arrested a scientist. But we'll cover all that in a minute. Some other things that are going on. A lot of different countries are in the news here recently. Russia, Germany, with cryptocurrencies. But we'll get back to that in just a second. I hope you enjoy it. What's up, BLive? Oh man, filming another episode of the Crypto Report. I know you didn't see me Sunday. We were filming another one of our shows. Second to last. And we'll be releasing that. Oh, of course, I'll be live streaming again. But next Sunday, around 10 p.m., give or take, Eastern Standard Time, you'll be able to see us again for Omen Online. Look forward to seeing you there. Feel free to comment. Alright, guys. We've been talking a little bit, or I told you a little bit about Ethereum, what's going on with them. One of their research scientists, Virgil Griffith, he was recently arrested for going to North Korea and trying to help them evade sanctions using cryptocurrency. All right, and this is somebody that I would think would be highly respected on the Ethereum team. So Ethereum, of course, is distancing themselves from him. I don't blame them, not one bit. Just I don't want no part of that kind of thing. So of course this bad news is probably going to hurt Ethereum. You know how people react to bad news. Well, let's add a little bit onto that. Ethereum 2.0 is supposed to be coming out next year. They're switching from a proof of work platform to a proof of stake. Now, some people are happy about it, but I'm looking at more. There have been miners mining Ethereum for a very long time, and they're not going to be able to do that anymore. It's like any investment that they've made recently is pretty much going to go to waste. Anybody who's made a recent investment into Ethereum mining is going to lose money, be hurt on the situation. So how many miners are working on Ethereum, and how many are just going to quit, leave, stick with a classic Ethereum chain? Who knows? I mean, I think that alone in the short term could really hurt Ethereum. I mean, there's a lot of things. Of course, we all know I'm invested in Tron. I love Tron and the projects on the platform. But Ethereum is a major competitor, and it is where Tron started. And seeing this double hit of news, well, one of them they're putting out as good news, switching to proof of stake. I like that they're kind of switching over to what Tron's doing, sort of. It's proof of I forget the term, proof of representative stake or something, where you vote for representative and get returns that way. But Ethereum, based on a mining platform will be switching to proof of stake, and I know there's going to be a lot of miners unhappy. And then with the news with one of their respected members of the project is, well, he was actually recently released from jail on bond. So, of course, I'm sure he's made plenty of investments. If he's been with Ethereum a long time, he'll have a significant profit. So he probably paid his own bond. But now he's out on jail. But thinking of the repercussions from this, I could easily see the U.S. Turning to higher regulation standards, SEC getting a much stronger hold on the cryptocurrency market. And in the short term, this could hurt all of us. Honestly, it could hurt all of us in the short term. I think long term, regulations in the U.S. tend to bring in old money who want safer investment. They want it to be regulated so it can be a little more controlled, a little bit safer for them. So I think long term, I don't think this is going to hurt digital currencies. Not even a little bit. Short term, we might see a hiccup. It's all potential. You know, we are in a very chaotic time in the market. Again, I don't really run charts on this show. I just like to talk about what's happening in the news. So that's Ethereum for you. Now, a little more bad news. Russia, the central banks of Russia have come out in support of, well, just a complete ban on cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and other ones, just kind of knocking them out of the way. Russia, I didn't think would be a country that would come out and try to block digital currencies, but every country seems to be going through uncertainty and ups and downs. I mean, we have India that doesn't want it, and then does, and then doesn't. And Turkey, we got Turkey that's actually building an infrastructure on the blockchain, on a blockchain technology. I think that's excellent. We've talked about that before. So that's Russia. More kind of news. Then we got Backed. Of course, we know about Backed and their Bitcoin futures. They were supposed to be settled in Bitcoin. Now they're looking at settling monthly in USD. So not only are they betting against Bitcoin, they're actually not even getting paid out in Bitcoin, not helping the volume of movement. They'll just be collecting U.S. currency. So I don't know how that'll affect the market. I definitely want to find out. That's supposed to launch December 9th, here in about a week. Could it give us a downturn? Could it give us a major upturn? I don't know. I'm not a psychic, but it definitely doesn't sound like it's working out for the investors in digital currencies like we thought it would. Of course, I'm also streaming live on BLive. I do want to put it out there. I am streaming live on BLive. I will put my ID in the comments section. So if you ever want to check me out, go ahead and follow me. You'll be able to see any of the shows that I live stream while I'm filming, because I love having y'all here. I love being able to receive comments, input, and I guess I could say filmed in front of a live BLive audience. Glad to have y'all here. Hey, but moving on. We moved past Backed. Now, a little bit of better news on the world market. Germany in 2020 will allow their financial institutions to offer digital currencies alongside traditional investments, as well as allowing their banks. Their banks will be able to sell and store digital currencies. So that's a major positive move. After some bad news and some iffy news, a little bit of positive news. Germany is getting on board the bandwagon and allowing their banks and financial institutions to store and sell digital currencies. So that is definitely a positive move for the digital currency world and mass adoption. Because I love digital currencies. I am in my particular projects, but mass adoption I think will help all of us out. And I think once we come together as the blockchain, just as the internet did, instead of this one, that one, and the other one, I think mass adoption is what's going to fuel that. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see where we go. Can't wait to see it all where we go with it. Wow. So, that's pretty good news. Pretty good news. Let's move on to. This is of course my baby, my investments, Tron and the Wink platform. So I want to cover a little bit of what's going on with them before moving forward. Tron. Now we have Polynex. If I'm saying that right, Polynex, whatever. The exchange. It was recently purchased by a group of investors that, of course, Justin Sun has said he is a part of that group. Now, of course, there was a lot of news coming out that Justin actually bought it, but he has come out and said that he was a member of an investment pool, I guess you could say, that bought Polynex. Well, that exchange actually, Poloniex, sorry. I think that's a little better, Poloniex. Anyways, so now Poloniex has bought the TronWatch market. And from my understanding, they're going to be rebranding it as Poloniedex, a decentralized exchange based on the Tron network. I think that's awesome. That's awesome. That's great news, and I want to see where it goes because I actually use TronWatch Market among other decentralized exchanges, and I can't wait to see what they do with it. Phew. That's already been a mouthful. Now, we all know Justin from his tweets. There was a lot of FUD going around about his announcements, and he has taken a break, but now he is coming back and has an announcement of an upcoming announcement for another major acquisition for Tron and Tron Network, Tron Foundation. The last few have been awesome. Anybody who follows my Twitter, of course, I'm going to have to link the Twitter in the comments as well. But anybody who follows my Twitter for the crypto report knows that I actually reported about 2 days before he announced it the Samsung partnership, and it was by accident, and I pulled it because I wasn't sure if I had gotten a false report. I checked with some people who were a little closer up there in the know, and they actually couldn't confirm it, so I pulled the report, and it ended up being true, and it's awesome. The Samsung partnership was a big step towards mass adoption. I mean, how many people love their phones? How many people use Samsung? And it's when you talk about phones, you really talk about two companies, Apple and Samsung. You have the iPhone and the Galaxy series, two major flagships in the cell phone industry, and Tron has partnered with one of them, Samsung, of course. You can now keep and store your Tron on the Samsung Key Store. So that was excellent news for Tron. And if the next announcement is a major acquisition that's supposed to topple all the recent announcements, I expect something major, and I can't wait to find out what it is. There's of course been rumors and guesses going around, but we won't know until he announces it, and I expect to hear it soon. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Definitely. Of course, on top of that, while we're still on my Tron and Wink section, of course, you can see I added my referral link. I am starting to put referral links because I would like to not only tell you all about these projects, to help you get involved. I put my referral link for Wink right there on the bottom. And Wink, of course, we're in the middle of a major bear market. The price of the WIN token has went down significantly. Me personally, I'm taking it as an opportunity to buy to decrease my cost average. I think it'll definitely be beneficial in the future with everything they have coming up. Multi-currency has already somewhat kicked in. I've received my first couple of payments, although not much, of USD Tether, and that's awesome. That right there is awesome because I will have a US value currency set aside for times like this when we hit a bear market and the value dips down. I'll be able to opportunistic buy in at the lowest possible price. So I'm definitely holding on to my tether I'm getting from the Wink platform. And with all of them coming, I believe the first ones are going to be Bitcoin, Ethereum. Of course, Tether is already working in there. We're already receiving Tether payments. And so many things on the horizon. New games will be launched by the end of the year, and a new UI is coming. I see a lot of positive things going for the WIN token and the Wink platform. Now, the last thing I want to talk about. BlockFi. This is interesting. I actually found this because of course, a lot of you know who Pomp is on Twitter, or other places. He's been on, I believe, CNBC or other news sources talking about cryptocurrency. But I follow him on Twitter, and I actually used his referral to get into BlockFi, and I did a little bit of research on it. BlockFi is, I don't know the best way to describe it. It works as a wallet, not a personal storage wallet, but it works as a wallet for certain cryptocurrencies, and at the same time offers loans against your cryptocurrency. Without having to sell your cryptocurrency, you can get a USD value from them. Another great company. From what I've seen so far, I would like to see a lot more. I am going to be digging into this one. Another bonus that they offer. Now, I love my micro incomes. I think that's one of the best things in cryptocurrency is with all the investments I'm in, what I look for is at my investment level micro incomes. I might make a few dollars off of this one, a few dollars off of that one, a few dollars off the other one, and it all adds up. Of course, my last report you've seen, I have the crypto.com card. The only thing I don't like is it doesn't have Tron, so I also have the spend card. Both of them have cashback bonuses, but crypto.com, you can actually earn interest on on your cryptocurrency that you put into their lock into their earn program. And that's excellent. BlockFi also has something similar. Your cryptocurrencies that you deposit can actually gain interest, just for sitting in there, and that's pretty awesome. This is another micro income for those of you that have the extra finance to invest. And again, by looking at micro incomes, here's another thing I'm looking at when I look at micro incomes. If I was to put my entire investment into one company in this volatile market we're in, and that one company is the one that doesn't survive, uh, good chance I've lost my money, or at least a significant chunk of it. Where if I spread it out to micro incomes, of course, on the Tron platform, I'm starting to post a couple of my shows onto ViberVid to try to earn micro incomes there. Of course, I have the YouTube channels, multiple YouTube channels. I have the Crypto.com card. I do try to keep it into crypto because I really think that's the future of currency, and most of my investments are on the Tron network. Wink, I get my daily returns from Wink. Simple SR voting with Tron, because I like to keep a stack of Tron back as well in case I find another new project that I would like to go into, but I always freeze it and vote. Vote for the SR and get the returns that way. I mean, there's so many different ways. There's so many different ways you can generate income with cryptocurrency. It's really good to diversify into multiple projects, because as we are in a bear market, anybody that went through the dot-com bubble, I guess is what they call it, there were hundreds of thousands of new websites coming out all the time, and people were investing in them, and they were growing and growing and growing, and then all of a sudden the bubble burst, and any of the companies who did not have a true usability and originality, proper marketing, did not survive. So if you invested in the right company, you ended up very well off because the majority of their competition was taken out. If you invested in the wrong company, wrecked. Just wrecked. But I think it's going to be the same way with cryptocurrencies, especially with the way the market is. Spread your money out into multiple projects. Also, the second bonus to this is it funds growth of more platforms coming into blockchain, and fuels mass adoption as these other companies see what blockchain technology has to offer, and they begin to expand into the area. I see nothing but potential. Wow, so many things that I want to talk about. But mainly, I think we've hit the point. Diversify, be safe, diversify, and if you feel you have a strong project, it might be a great time to take advantage of this bear market. I definitely see Tron. I don't see how it could be so undervalued as it is. I don't see it. They're coming with strategic partnership after major strategic partnership after acquisition. Just look what they've done in the short time since Justin bought BitTorrent. I mean, we got BLive out. If you have BitTorrent for the PC, you get to view Tron TV. No, it's not an extreme project yet, but I definitely want to see where that one goes. Tron TV looks awesome. I think with all we have to offer in cryptocurrency, Vibravid's another good one. This one, as long as everything turns out the way the roadmap says, I don't see how it could not topple other platforms like YouTube. I think the only thing that's stopping it is getting the rest of the world involved in cryptocurrencies. So if you have friends, you have family who aren't involved, sometimes preaching to them about the new technology doesn't work, but planting a little seed. I have several, with the shows we're putting out, I have several actors that are with me, and I plant little seeds. I show them how to use the Brave browser to earn little bits of income. You know, I tell them about um, I first got them involved in Guild Chat from BitGuild when they were doing their promotional offer and they were getting free TRX every so many hours. It was small amounts, but it got them interested and it got them active. And some of them pretty much threw the wallets away, kind of disappointed. Other ones began to become active and learn a little bit about. So sometimes just passing on little seeds, it only takes a seed to plant a tree. And passing it on to your friends, your family, this little bit of information, these micro incomes. Maybe it's Tron. You want to show them they love to go to the casino, and you want to get them on like the Wink platform, or there's many more out now. Another popular one right now is Bet Fury. I'm not currently investing in it. I don't plan to, but the returns are pretty high for now. I'm sticking with an established platform that I've been invested in for a long time, Wink and Win. But they can play poker, they can play roulette, slots, roll the dice, and more things to come in the future. But maybe they are a live streamer and you want to introduce them to BLive. I think will be the next thing in live streaming. I tell you another bonus I found from BLive, and this is just kind of a little side way in. Of course, they're using the gold now, among other things, but I can actually use my Google opinion rewards because I take the surveys. It's another micro income. Might get 20 cents, might get 50 cents at a time, but that money is used to buy things on Google. Well, if I want to load up my BitTorrent app with some of the coin they're using right now, I can do that with the money on my Google Play Store account from using Google Opinion rewards. So there's so many ways to do this. There's so many ways to get in, even at the smallest level. I started out with 3,500 TRX, and that was it. And I've built that into a decent investment. And I've gotten some friends involved. Of course, I'm the one that feeds them their information. But going back to it, BlockFi, this is one I'm definitely going to research a lot more. They give you loans based on your cryptocurrency availability in their wallet system, and you can earn interest. Micro incomes are awesome. Spread it out, diversify, get your returns from a bunch of different angles. And feel free to use my referral code to get you to BlockFi. I'll be posting it again in the comments, as well as the link to the Twitter and several other referrals. But I think I'm coming to the end of my time for this show. It's been great talking to you. I hope I've given you a little bit of good information. And I look forward to seeing you again. I'm doing the crypto report now that I'm getting settled into my new place. I'm going to get back onto a weekly schedule and see what happens. We'll go from there. But I hope you're enjoying watching. Thanks again. Y'all have a great day.